She was like, she shared our live video. She was like, "Yeah, motherfuckers is weird. I'm glad I ain't get no tattoo from you. I ain't want to be the fourth. The fourth what? She said, I'm glad I ain't get a tattoo from y'all. Y'all weird.
Amira Dishman, man, they're weird.
They both dirty.
Dirty as fuck. Amira and Alexa Dishman.
Or whoever the fuck.
Yeah, they twins. I be on Alexa's ass because she be getting on my ass. But after what I said, bitch, I said at least I don't sit up in the house and let my nigga beat the fuck out of me like a little bitch. The fuck?
Yeah.
That's some weird shit.
Yeah, that part. Is it? Look, 40 shares. We was just at 12 shares.
Already.
Literally, when I just looked at it, I told you 12 shares.
Wow.
What the fuck?
So it's gonna be a 2K by tomorrow. We went back and started live again.
And I don't even care about the negative ones because we don't always got that. I love it. You giving us money? Thank you.
There you guys go. Y'all went viral again.
Look, Stacy called. She said I'm trying.
Yes.
I need to share my.
I'm glad y'all went viral, love.
I heard you the first time.
We appreciate you.
Hater.
Who said I was a hater? I literally said I'm glad y'all went viral.
Shut up.
I'm glad you're a hater.
I'm not a hater.
Shut up.
I'm not a hater.
Can I slap you?
Look,
She like that
Watch. Let me see your hand. G, watch. Watch.
shit out of her.
Choke me. Watch, G.
Not a regenerative android.
get the fuck on.
You made this. I love it.
Wanna hang out, yeah, sounds like fun.
Great job.
It's nice.
See, I'm gonna change the.
Honestly, like she's.
I already changed the caption.
They could be
Won't
building
change it again.
emotional connections that are too hard.
Where is it?
to
How you go
let
through it
go.
again?
She's the happiest she's been since her parents died.
Move.
Eat the toppings.
Move.
Research shows if
Move.
you eat vegetables, they'll be
You
less
need my
likely to
help.
choose
Remember
to
that.
Do it.
Is that so?
Yes. Experts
Megan,
say.
turn off.
Oh, so we are back.
Yeah. And it's gonna say
I
that.
thought we were having
But
a
see, I'm on
conversation.
and say fucking.
Did you refresh it?
Does she talk?
You want to get out and get back in?
First, say something.
Stop! Don't! Megan! You should probably run.
I'm gonna put.
Hey, I want to watch that shit. Not even gonna lie.
Megan, turn off.
Recalibrating response funnel.
Yo.
Don't worry, kids. I won't let anything harm you. Ever again.
I'm watching that.
Bro, that's Steve K. They need to rename that.
They need to rename it K. I'm not watching it. It's a clown. I'm not watching it. Nope. You're done. You're done.
Ever again.
I'm watching it.
This was smacking already. Hold on.
We did it. We did it. With more rental listings than anybody else, it was just inevitable that you were going to find everything that you were
Watch it, love.
going down. Okay. They called.
I gotta wait for him to watch it. Cause what?
My enemy's coming now. Killing you will risk eternal war.
We have to go watch that.
Without the Black Panther, Wakanda will fall.
Like, I don't ask you for a lot, but I want to go watch that. Cause what?
That got to be good.
Shut the fuck
Something
up.
you don't ask for a lot.
I really don't.
We're supposed to be reacting to this shit. Oh.
This is a reaction video?
Yeah.
Only invaders of
Wakanda
November 11th
forever.
get tickets
Damn,
now.
all you see is bro pull the claws out.
Yeah, it's Shorty though. It was Shorty.
They got
That's
Watch the,
Clutch that my
watch the Spider-Man movie.
that's what's up. Not Clutch.
Hey.
That's what's up.
hold on, cause there's
my monkey
there's
still get in touch with
another.
me. Other than the one that I work with, she used to do crazy shit. This is the one that was crying when I left. Milana, and I love her name because my name is Mariah Alana. Her name is just Milana.
Yeah.
What? Two Milanas. I love her name. I would definitely name my daughter that if I had a choice. No. Not that I don't have a choice. I'm just agreeing with you. I have no choice. Kefla Milana. Don't play with it.
Look at shit. Hey.
Everybody ran a text. She said, "Do you have a security account?" I said, "Yes, an inmate." The fact. Yeah. You see how good this wood is. And I wrote a poem.
There is a new world power.
Cut the mouthpiece.
What movie is this?
Black Panther. It's just a different trailer.
People don't send me prayer requests anymore.
I think we're vulnerable. They're welcome to find out.
I was like, "Hi, man."
Nah, but you interrupted.
Audiences have embraced Wakanda and Black Panther.
Huh?
And
Some more than a
Chadwick,
trailer.
he knew exactly what this story, what these images meant to the world.
We all suffered an incredible loss when we lost Chadwick.
Chad was very much our artistic partner. I would spend time with him, just he and I, talking about like, where we would want to see the story go, how much he admired the other characters and the actors that portrayed them.
And the telling of this story.
Really moving to come back
Okay,
to
cool.
Wakanda and for us to
Well, a
be able
minute.
to do it
Man,
with a
I'm not
sense of
watching all that.
celebration.
And now let's go talk about X-Men though.
There's so much that's happening in this
Do you
movie.
want-
It's
Yeah.
amazing. So many new characters to explore. Just seeing the world of Wakanda again, and then now we're going to this whole new world underwater.
My enemies call me Namor. Introducing Namor was a character we were really excited to portray in the film. Arguably one of the oldest comic book characters that there is.
The opportunity to play a character like this, it's a dream.
He's the king of an underwater civilization called Talokan.
He is regarded as a living god.
I need to know if Wakanda is an ally or an enemy.
The level of care in creating this story is astounding. And so it just really felt like for all of us to give it everything we had and more.
I'm just so grateful and blessed to be a part of this. The actors were filled with emotion and passion.
I am queen of the most powerful nation, and my entire family is gone.
Altogether, we ended up using those feelings to create something really special.
The action and adventure with the emotional stakes so high. Things are happening up, down, and everywhere.
I'm so excited about the world being able to tap into Wakanda again. How each character takes on new challenges. And I'm excited about us honoring Chad. Yeah, he would want us to just inspire the world.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This will be my new Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer video. There's a whole bunch of new footage. They talk a lot about the movie, so we'll break it down.
Yeah,
if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. Of course, I'll be doing a bunch of videos for the movies we get a little bit closer. As of me posting this video, we don't have long to wait.
Cameron
Talking
Key,
about
that's
the
my cousin
Killmonger
Sinead.
of it all,
Good looking
yes, they
cousin.
are bringing Killmonger back. Might not be quite the way people expect it to be, but if you theorize that he might show up through the ancestral plane as Force Ghost Killmonger, they are actually doing a version of that. I believe all these scenes where everything is on fire in the throne room here and there's water all around, like it's after this big attack. I believe these scenes are taking place
If you said
inside
something
the
the first time,
ancestral
why is he
plane.
asking you
And I
again?
think the idea is that instead of getting guidance from T'Challa, like she's looking for T'Challa in the ancestral plane, but instead she winds up finding Killmonger, and he gives her the advice that she needs in becoming the next
Then you
Black
wanna
Panther.
ask
So he
again.
winds up influencing her take on the Black Panther character, which I think is one of the reasons why her Black Panther suit looks so much like Killmonger's suit with all the gold highlights on it. We get a little bit more footage of them talking about Namor, a few more scenes with his character, and the way that they contextualize him as a mutant in the MCU. Like, what's going on with him and how close is he going to be to the comics? He has some new dialogue. He says, "My enemies call me Namor." He pronounces it a little bit differently himself, like he says Namor, just because they're changing a little bit about the backstory of him and his people. Like, they're from MCU Atlantis in the comics, but in my previous videos I've talked about how they wanted to change that a little bit so that it's not quite so similar to MCU Aquaman's backstory. Like in the comics, Aquaman's father is human, his mother is Atlantean. It's kind of the same deal for Namor. His father is a human, his mother is an Atlantean. Even though Namor did come before Aquaman in the comics, and I love the way they reference that in this featurette too. They basically say he's one of the first comic book characters ever. In the comics, they refer to Namor as the first mutant, because in the real life history of comic books, just in general, in like real life chronology, he is the first mutant character that ever debuted in the comics. Now in the context of the movie, in the MCU timeline, he might not be the very first mutant to have ever been born on planet Earth. It'll be interesting to see the way they develop that, just because there's so many other mutant-based characters they're introducing through Marvel Phase 5 and Marvel Phase 6 as we head up to the new X-Men movie. Some of them will be like Namor and Miss Marvel, who were born on MCU planet Earth, like 616 Earth, and some will be like Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, and they'll come from the multiverse. I know there's a whole bunch of questions about Deadpool 3, like where does it fit into the MCU, because they're technically from the Fox Marvel universe, but there's all this multiverse stuff going on during Marvel Phase 4. They said that that movie is going to be an MCU movie, like it will be connected to the MCU. But because Deadpool is so meta, like so fourth wall breaking, and he calls out so many big tropes, I expect him to make a bunch of jokes about the timelines, again like he did in the first Deadpool movie. Like, which timeline are we in? This is so confusing. Which cinematic universe are we in? This is ridiculous.
Okay, this looks fun in a last days of Fox fire sale kind of way.
Oh, it was
Not sure if it was
Deadpool
worth
2
diverting
Dragon
Canadian
movie,
Cumberbatch's little mind for my next movie. Any tips on getting into the MCU there, Cork?
Just expect him to make a bunch of jokes about that, because he's already referenced coming into the MCU in that Deadpool and Korg video. So what'll probably happen is they'll just call that out. They'll either already be in the MCU at the beginning of the movie with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, or they'll be in the Fox Marvel universe and something will happen. And then during the course of the movie, they'll come to the MCU universe. That's the beauty of Deadpool movies, is they can be ridiculous as long as they call it out during the movie. Like, as long as he makes fun of it, it's all cool. We saw a little bit of that during the She-Hulk finale, but I don't expect Deadpool to get quite that meta. Like, he does break the fourth wall, but like, she broke the fourth wall and was talking to a real-life Kevin Feige figure. Like, she broke into real life. So her epic fourth wall break turned into almost a fifth wall break, and I don't think that Deadpool will take it quite that far. But talking more about Namor in the MCU, they are changing Atlantis to Talocan. They pronounce it a little bit differently between some of the characters in Black Panther, so we'll see. It's based a little bit more on Aztec and Mayan mythology. I think the idea is that when you talk about like the big history of the MCU, we saw a little bit of that during the Eternals movie. At some point, some tragedy befell the Aztec and the Mayan empires, and portions of their people just broke off and formed this other Talocan city, and eventually that descended beneath the waves. But if it wasn't clear, the whole idea is that they're meant to be an advanced city that's been hidden from the world, just like Wakanda. So for the most part, they're like an underwater version of Wakanda. And the really cool thing the producers actually revealed about some of the actors is they're treating it a little bit like a mob movie where you have two warring families going at each other. Like obviously Namor's family and Black Panther's family. It can...
Bruh, why would you do that?
Visiting Grandma's house. Unfortunately,
confirm some of my theories about the dynamics of what's happening inside Wakanda in the wake of T'Challa's death. The beginning of the main plot picks up about a year after T'Challa's death. They don't explain exactly how he died, but I believe it's meant to be from some prolonged illness. As far as I know, there's no giant twist, and he wasn't accidentally killed by Namor or anything like that. As far as we know, Namor doesn't really get involved with the Wakandan characters in the plot until all the Riri Williams, the underwater vibranium, the people discovering Talocan, and all the Doctor Doom stuff that's going on in the background. In all the scenes of Ramonda inside the United Nations, I think has something to do with the rest of the world coming for their vibranium. Like, why haven't you revealed yourself before this? You have all this advanced technology, you can help the world, why aren't you sharing everything with us? So it's a lot of that real energy of the world just being very greedy for her vibranium. And the rumor right now is that Doctor Doom is going to be behind this big vibranium plot. Like, he's the one that kind of sets the conflict off. He's really the one pulling the strings. Just like all the other people in the world that want their hands on vibranium, he wants it too for himself. He's a man of magic and a man of technology. In the comics, the Doom War arc is basically him invading Wakanda to try and steal their vibranium. Fun fact too, Shuri became the Black Panther right after that arc, just like it seems she's going to be in this movie. But I think part of the idea is that you have this research team hired by Dr. Doom to find vibranium on the ocean floor, like underwater vibranium deposits. And while that's happening, they just happen to discover Talocan, and that's what sets things off. Like, once they've been discovered, Namor becomes worried that the rest of the world will come for his people the way that they're coming for Wakanda. So I think the idea is that they wind up fighting the Wakandas, like you have this big invasion happening like it is in the comics, because Namor blames Riri Williams because she developed the technology that allowed the research team to find his city. And Shuri, Ramonda, the other Wakandas, wind up protecting Riri Williams, like you see her in all of Shuri's labs here.
Think about that.
So the way Namor treats it is that the friend of my enemy is also my enemy, and that's why he comes for them. I made the Captain America Civil War comparison in the past because Bucky is blamed for the death of Black Panther's father. So Black Panther wants to come for Bucky, Captain America protects him. So you have a situation where Black Panther winds up fighting Captain America and it divides the entire Avengers. This time the difference is that it's mostly self-contained to the Black Panther characters, like from the first Black Panther movie, and all of Namor's characters. And through that concept, they introduced that Dr. Doom is behind everything, pulling strings. Like the whole idea that Baron Zemo was pulling strings in Captain America Civil War. Dr. Doom is that person in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. But I'm not expecting them to actually show him on screen. Like, I don't know that they've actually cast an actor for MCU Dr. Doom. What they might do is just mention his company or his name, and then he'll show up in an actual Marvel Phase 5 project in the future. I also think the idea is that during the MCU Fantastic Four movie in Marvel Phase 6, Dr. Doom is not meant to be the main villain of that either. Just because they don't want to repeat plot that they've done before, and they've done Dr. Doom as the villain in all the previous Fantastic Four movies. The other big thing you may have heard about is the idea that they might introduce Black Panther's son through the movie. Like, he might wind up having a son with Nakia that we don't actually learn about till the end of the movie, or at some point during the movie. A lot of questions about that. He does have a son in the comics. His name is Azari, but his son is with Storm, so he gets both her mutant powers, like he can control the weather like Storm can, and he also becomes the next Black Panther. They might play with that idea during the movie. Like, there's a lot of questions about them passing the costume between a couple different people. I believe that Shuri is meant to be like the new Black Panther after the events of this movie, but she won't always be the Black Panther. I think the idea is that when his son comes of age, Black Panther's son will become the next Black Panther. But because of the way the timeline moves, like, how old is his son going to be during the movie? Because Nakia clearly doesn't look pregnant, and if he's been dead for a year already, his son would have already had to have been born at some point before his death. Because we didn't see Nakia right after the events of Avengers Endgame, like we just saw Black Panther with his family, what might wind up happening is they just say that she was pregnant during the blip, and the son was born during the blip. I know a lot of people are asking about them doing Young Avengers because we have Ironheart in this movie. We just got Scar, son of Hulk. He seems like a prime Young Avengers character. We have a Hulk. And if they're introducing Black Panther's son, and he's going to become the future Black Panther, wouldn't he also join the Young Avengers team? So we're talking Marvel Phase 6 or after Marvel Phase 6. But I do think that they will eventually do Young Avengers. Like, it seems stupid for them to not try to do it. If you spotted any other Easter eggs and references in the footage that I didn't talk about in the trailer, just write them below in the comments. And I'll do more Black Panther videos as we get closer to the movie coming out. Everyone click here for my House of the Dragon Episode 9 video, and click here for my other big Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer video. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Three changes the DC universe. That's from DC. Don't need no changes.
Can we watch the new Spider-Man trailer?
Yeah.
I suppose. Are you done being messy, Mason?
No.
He said no. Yeah.
You know what? If you're not done being messy, Mason, then I don't think I'm gonna watch the new Spider-Man trailer.
Because I haven't heard anything about it, but I seen it pop up there when we were watching I Am Legend 2.
Oh, we just put Spider-Man on Facebook right now.
Bad. Sick.
All upcoming Marvel movies, 2023 and 2024.
There we go.
You wanna watch that?
Hell yeah.
That looks
like
Larry,
hey.
are we still on for 3?
When you and your team need space to work.
I didn't get that attachment.
I'm sending it. And a place to eat.
Carl, is that mackerel?
No, it's trout. As long as it's my mayonnaise.
It matters where you stay.
Fish tacos?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Film Spot, and today we will be talking about upcoming Marvel movies. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has big plans for the future. To keep all of the upcoming Marvel movies straight, we've laid out the next few years' worth of Marvel Studios films in this feature, which will take you through all of the official titles announced for Phases 4, 5, and 6, as well as the unscheduled superhero movies that are currently in development. Black Panther Wakanda Forever premieres on the 22nd of November 2022. Ryan Coogler's Black Panther quickly became one of the highest rated Marvel movies by fans. While its international gross wasn't on the same level as Avengers Infinity War, there's no denying that it was an outstanding critical and commercial success for Marvel Studios. It's no wonder that Black Panther Wakanda Forever has been part of Marvel's MCU Phase 4 plans since as early as 2018, with Coogler being back in the director's chair. After Chadwick Boseman's tragic passing, there are no plans to recast T'Challa, and from the footage and trailers, it's clear that the character has likewise passed on in the MCU. The sequel is set to focus on other aspects of Wakandan culture. Shuri, played by Letitia Wright, will play a central role, but while there will be a new Black Panther, their identity is still a secret. However, what has been confirmed is Black Panther Wakanda Forever introduces Namor and an underwater kingdom, strongly suspected to be Atlantis, to the MCU. Namor is a character Marvel Comics fans have wanted to see on the big screen for years, and the conflict between Atlantis and Wakanda already looks to be a historic moment in the MCU. As Marvel updates the canon of their cinematic universe at the close of Phase 4, it's almost guaranteed that Black Panther Wakanda Forever will be game-changing for the MCU. The next of the non-MCU upcoming Marvel release dates is the Kraven the Hunter movie. Following in the footsteps of Venom and Morbius, the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters will continue with another movie focusing on a Spider-Man villain. It's not been confirmed if Kraven will be part of Sony's anticipated Sinister Six movie. However, Kraven was an integral member of the villain team, so it looks likely. The idea for the solo movie was first broached in 2018. By 2020, it had a script written by Richard Wenk and then rewritten by Art Markham and Matt Holloway. Soon after, J.C. Chandor entered talks to direct the film. Little was heard about potential developments in the months that followed. Production then took a huge leap forward in May 2021 when Aaron Taylor Johnson landed Kraven's titular role. Plenty of teaser trailers and first look footage clips have been released. Set for an early 2023 premiere, there have been questions about the film's potential place in Sony's Spider-Man universes and the wider MCU's multiverse, especially given Aaron Taylor Johnson's previous MCU turn as Quicksilver. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is coming out in 2023, and anticipation is already building for the long-awaited threequel. Following on from Ant-Man and the Wasp, Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne were confirmed for a third album. Among the most noteworthy Marvel updates from SDCC 2022 is that Ant-Man 3 will be the first movie in the MCU's Phase 5. The duo will once again be joined by Michael Douglas's Hank Pym and Michelle Pfeiffer's Janet Van Dyne. Despite being played by Emma Thurman in Avengers Endgame, Catherine Newton will assume the character of Cassie Lang. Peyton Reed once again took on directorial duties, working from a script penned by Rick and Morty's Jeff Loveness. Even though filming wrapped in 2021, the film has an early 2023 release date, a symptom of pandemic-fueled scheduling changes. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania should be worth the wait.
Gang, gang.
Superheroes will face their biggest challenge yet, with the iconic Marvel villain Kang the Conqueror making his big screen debut.
Big meal.
Marvel updates regarding Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 have been shaky for years, as the movies had a rocky road to production. Not least of these hiccups was director James Gunn's firing by Disney after offensive jokes he made on Twitter
my
years
nigga,
earlier
bro.
resurfaced. After both fans and colleagues came out fiercely
I want to
in support of
stuff,
Gunn,
baby. I want to
the
stuff the
decision was made
Groot.
to rehire him, though not before he'd been snapped up by Warner Brothers to direct The Suicide Squad. Gunn moved swiftly from that to a Peacemaker TV spin-off. This and various other Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 delays meant that filming didn't start until 2021's final months. The Guardians 3 plot is under wraps, but will provide a closer look at Rocket Raccoon's backstory and have Peter Quill dealing with a version of Gamora who doesn't remember him. However,
hey, and Guardians of the Galaxy Groot's my favorite.
Cameo appearances from the Guardians in
That's
Thor:
my little
Love and
nigga,
Thunder.
bro.
Will Poulter will finally be bringing Adam Warlock to the screen after
Rocket's
2017's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 post-credits tease.
Compared to
And
Groot, he
Shakudi
ain't shit.
Iwuji will play the High Evolutionary, an interesting character from Marvel Comics.
Okay, but silence is deadly.
The next upcoming Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Another Sony Pictures entry,
Who's the new
Miles
Spider-Man?
Morales is swinging back into multiplexes in 2023.
Whoa.
This sequel to 2018's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has taken longer than anticipated to surface. In addition to developing the story, it took several years to animate.
What's happening?
Fans aren't too concerned, Sony have taken their time though, especially with the visuals. The animation of Miles Morales' movie debut is partly why it became one of the most beloved superhero movies ever released. Shortly before Into the Spider-Verse hit theaters, Sony Pictures confirmed plans to produce a sequel. While story details are scarce, the trailers confirm that Gwen Stacy returns to Miles Morales' Earth to rope him into another Spider-Verse spanning adventure. This time, though, it's Miles who will visit various alternate realities, and Spider-Man 2099 also set to play a key role. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse had initially webbed up a 2022 release date, but Sony has now pushed it back to the summer of 2023, which gives the animators enough time to ensure that the sequel lives up to the reputation of its original. Into the Spider-Verse 2 is already shaping up to be great, as it's also said to be the Japanese Spider-Man. The Marvels is unusual
she's
among
watching us on
upcoming
her
Marvel
TV.
movies, since it's a sequel to both an MCU movie and a Disney Plus series. While not a hit quite as big as the likes of Avengers Endgame, Captain Marvel's first adventure was still a massive success. As such, it's no surprise that Brie Larson's Carol Danvers is set to return for a sequel in the summer of 2023. Now officially retitled as The Marvels, the sequel will see Carol join forces with a now grown-up Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan. The latter made her debut in the Ms. Marvel Disney Plus series. The Disney Plus show laid a lot of groundwork for the Marvels, most notably with the Ms. Marvel post-credits scene, which saw Carol Danvers and Kamala Khan swap places, with Carol emerging confused in Kamala's bedroom. The upcoming MCU movie Blade has taken a long time. The Blade reboot has a script written by Stacey Osei Kuffour, and the Oscar-winning Mahershala Ali is attached to play the vampire-slaying titular hero.
You know, even though I like DC, there's a shit ton of Marvel movies that I like,
Easter eggs
bro.
teased his existence in Loki.
I can't even crap,
Mahershala
babe. We got a
Ali's
point
Blade
on
was
Marvel.
then confirmed to be the voice speaking to Kit Harington's Dane Whitman in Eternals. There isn't much known about the MCU's Blade reboot beyond Wesley Snipes' absence, and that the movie will narratively sit closely with the Eternals in the wider MCU canon, similar to the cosmic space opera connection between Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy. It will also assuredly feature vampires, since vampire slaying is Blade's thing. The original Blade, starring Wesley Snipes, had a huge following, many of whom aren't aware the movie was even based on a comic book. The 1998 Blade and its sequels aren't really superhero movies. They're action films with undead villains, closer to the Underworld or Resident Evil movies than anything featuring capes and cowls. It will be interesting to see both how a Blade movie works when it acknowledges the character's comic book superhero origins, and how fans of the original 1998 Blade film take to the character when he's seen alongside the likes of Spider-Man or Thor. Another non-MCU Marvel release is Madam Web. A part of Sony Pictures' universe of Marvel characters, Madam Web has been in development since 2019. Cassandra Webb, a mutant and an ally of Spider-Man, is a clairvoyant who is blind and paralyzed, relying on a web-shaped life support system to survive. Sony rehired Morbius writers Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless, which gives them a shot at redemption after the much-memed Jared Leto movie flopped. S.J. Clarkson, who worked on Jessica Jones and Avengers, is attached to direct, and Dakota Johnson has been confirmed as the titular Madam Web. Madam Web will be Sony Pictures' first Marvel property adaptation with a female lead. Part 3 of Sony's breakout Spider-Verse trilogy comes out in March 2024. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse will follow on from the events of Part 1. If the trailers for
streaming
Spider-Man
yet.
Across the
Mason.
Spider-Verse are anything to go by, it will
No streaming
likely
again.
involve Miles Morales continuing to
streaming
traverse
again.
the Spider-Verse alongside Gwen Stacy. While it's an outlier possibility at this point, Marvel is releasing an animated Disney Plus MCU
when I got
Spider-Man
back
prequel
on there, I had
show,
an
Spider-Man
update Twitch on
Freshman
my
Year.
phone.
Yeah,
Since it was confirmed in
You
Doctor
guys
Strange
too.
and the Multiverse of
Yeah,
Madness
that-
that some
that-
realities are
that-
cartoons,
I
there's a
update
slim
that.
possibility Spider-Man
I
Across the
updated mine, yeah.
Spider-Verse could be a way that Miles and Gwen encounter Tom Holland's Peter Parker. Captain America New World Order, which will see Sam Wilson taking up the mantle on the big screen, has been pegged for a May 3rd, 2024 release. The next Captain America
My
movie will
birthday.
likely follow on from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, while drawing on events from other projects in the interconnected MCU. Anthony Mackie will be reprising his role as Sam Wilson. No further news on the cast yet, but Julius Onah is on board to direct. The full title was announced at SDCC 2022 alongside the new Captain America movie release date, so it's early days for the movie's promo.
That's
More
all.
new
He
Captain
threw that
America 4
motherfucker
news will
full
likely
collar.
come after
He
the
hard.
MCU Phase 5 begins
Yeah,
with
I'm gonna have
Ant-Man
to
and the
watch it on
Wasp:
my birthday.
Quantumania. Thunderbolts, speculated by some to be the MCU's answer to Suicide Squad, will debut on July 26, 2024. The Thunderbolts release date has been asked about online for a while, and Kevin Feige revealed it as part of the MCU SDCC 2022 panel, with the cast and character list for Thunderbolts being revealed later the same year at Disney's D23. Valentina Allegra de Fontaine is a character that's been suspiciously recruiting characters throughout Phase 4. As far as hints towards the Thunderbolts characters go, her mysterious actions had the highest likelihood of being linked to Thunderbolts. And sure enough, the team de Fontaine has been recruiting are indeed the MCU's own squad of anti-heroes. Confirmed members are Yelena Belova, Bucky Barnes, US Agent, Taskmaster, Red Guardian, and Ghost. The official release date for the hotly anticipated Deadpool 3 has finally been revealed. The film will be the third project to star Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson, also known as Deadpool, the Merc with a Mouth. On Tuesday, Reynolds released a video on his official Twitter account revealing that Deadpool 3 will be arriving in theaters on September 6th, 2024. The video is a cheeky announcement involving Reynolds bragging about how hard they've worked to make Deadpool's MCU debut special. The video also officially announced that Hugh Jackman will return as Wolverine in a tossed-off gag involving a background appearance by the
This
star.
child of mine been
Hugh Jackman is
crying for
returning as
facts
Wolverine
since
one more
2:30
time
this
in
morning,
Deadpool
so
3
guess
with
where I'm
Ryan
at.
Reynolds, and joining the Marvel
Hell
Cinematic
no.
Universe in the process. The final 2024 MCU movie will
Please
be
tell me you're not
Fantastic
at
Four on
McDonald's.
November 8th. The
What?
Fantastic Four are
That's
among the
not
most
good.
anticipated
Wow,
MCU
you
additions,
spoiled your child like
although
that,
it's
bro.
not been confirmed whether John Krasinski will play the Earth 616 Reed Richards. It was announced
Or
by
you're
Kevin
on a,
Feige at D23
no
that Matt
tattoo
Shakman had been
punishment.
signed on to direct, but there still weren't any cast details. John Watts had previously been on board to direct, but he exited production in 2022. Despite high hopes that D23 would bring more tangible info about the reboot, there hasn't been any solid MCU Fantastic Four news since the release date reveal at SDCC 2022. Still, fans are already excited for Marvel's first family to finally make their way to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and without any details, it still has the potential to be a game-changing MCU entry. The new Avengers movie release date is in 2025. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty will be the penultimate movie in Phase 6, and the culmination of the events throughout the multiverse saga. Like Infinity War before it, the Kang Dynasty will likely be the first half of a crossover event spanning 2 movies. Obviously, very little is known about Avengers: The Kang Dynasty at this point, save that it will feature Kang the Conqueror as the MCU's Thanos replacement. It's more or less certain Jonathan Majors will be continuing to play the MCU Kang after first portraying one of his variants, He Who Remains, in Season 1 of Loki.
Yep, at McDonald's right now.
That nigga have no
New
arms.
Avengers movie release date is set for a winter 2025 window. Almost a year after Fantastic Four, Avengers: Secret Wars will end Phase
That's
6
not
with a
healthy,
long-awaited
girl.
multiverse-spanning movie that will
McDonald's is
undoubtedly
bad.
surpass Endgame in scale. It will probably draw from both 1984 Secret Wars and 2015 Secret Wars to give the Secret Wars battle
You're on
world
a
concept
tattoo
its own
punishment
unique
now.
spin. As expected, no news on the cast, but there are already plenty of safe and not so safe bets about who could show up in the MCU Secret Wars adaptation when it hits screens in 2025 when Avengers Secret Wars is released. After his brief MCU appearance did a huge disservice to his character, Venom fans have been itching to know when Sony can redeem themselves with a sequel to Venom Let There Be Carnage. No release date for Venom 3 has been announced, but development is confirmed to have started. Tom Hardy will of course be continuing to play Eddie Brock and the titular symbiote, and there are a number of villains Sony could have the Lethal Protector face in Venom 3. While it looks like there's little chance for a Tom Hardy versus Tom Holland matchup, there's also no reason Sony couldn't make a rumored introduction of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man to their on-screen Venom canon. While there were worries among fans that Spider-Man No Way Home would be Tom Holland's last MCU solo movie, it's been confirmed that he signed on with Disney and Marvel for a second trilogy. There are no details beyond this yet, and since it's not been announced as part of MCU's Multiverse Saga lineup, it's likely to debut after 2025. Oof. However, Spider-Man Homecoming was a late addition to the announced MCU projects thanks to having to hammer out details with Sony. It could be that the first new Tom Holland Spider-Man 4 is due in Phase 5 or 6 as a late announcement. If it is, though, it's a much better kept secret than Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's appearance in No Way Home was. There's been nothing so far to suggest a new Tom Holland Spider-Man movie in the near future. Intended as a spin-off from the original Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Woman seems to be an all-female Spider-Man film. The movie will see Gwen Stacy's Spider-Gwen return at the forefront. There are plenty of other Spider-Women from Marvel Comics Sony can and will be drawing on, though. The characters of Jessica Drew and Cindy Moon are also planned for the film. Beck Smith is attached to write the screenplay, and there are reportedly ongoing talks to have Lauren Montgomery direct Spider-Woman. No release date has yet been confirmed, though. First announced to be under consideration by Sony in 2018, Jackpot was revealed in 2020 to have been fully under development since that time. Mark Guggenheim, who worked on the original comic books as well as TV shows like Supergirl and Arrow, and movies like Percy Jackson's Sea of Monsters and Green Lantern, is working on the screenplay. Jackpot is a moniker used by two people in the Marvel Comics universe. First to use the title was Sarah Ehret, who was given superpowers when exposed to a gene therapy experiment from an Oscorp subsidiary. Later, Alana Jobson buys the title from Ehret and uses enhancement drugs to mimic her powers before becoming an ally of Spider-Man. If minor Marvel characters like Jackpot are getting their own movies, there really is no telling just where future projects inside and outside the MCU could go. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.
Oh, that was pretty dope.
2023.
We got a lot of Marvel movies. You know, that's great. I didn't realize how many of the superhero movies I watch are actually Marvel movies until I just watched that video. So you might have a point about Marvel. Because...
Right there, right there.
Right there, right there? Right there, right there?
Yeah, yeah.
You want to watch that?
Mm-hmm.
That one?
No.
That one?
No.
That one?
2023.
That one? I was observation. You messy, so I gotta be kind of messy. She said, girl, he gets what he wants. We have time to work it all off.
What has become of its heroes?
No. That's unhealthy. It's fake, literally. But I feel you.
Your brain begins to erase every memory that ever brought you joy.
That's how it starts.
Pop your shit, twin.
The rage, the feeling of
Pop your shit, twin.
that turns good men.
Nobody gonna say the next part.
Sometimes I feel like I've already seen everything that's gonna happen.
If my best friend was here, he would do it.
How do I turn back the darkness?
Without losing myself to it.
This shit was wrong.
You're going to watch her die.
Yo. A lot of things are unhealthy. Laughing, but seriously, we just pick fast
This
foods.
is how things were supposed to go. But I wasn't made
Yeah,
to
you get a
live
point.
like
I get a point.
That was it. Yeah, twice a man. Yeah.
Crazy with that one.
My head's deep. Just practicing, just in case I want to suffocate you.
That part. I'm just kidding. That's a long video, but I would watch it. Look, there's us. This one.
Wait, I mean, we trending?
Yeah, we're in the suggestions. That's crazy.
Have alcohol with this add more.
Look, I'm about to go to the homepage and see.
After this.
Ha!
You know, since
Oh, that just shows your calculations.
Look at that. Huh?
Yeah, right.
What'd you say?
You better lick my balls and shit.
Okay.
Go
I
back.
thought you didn't like that.
It's not like you can't be too gentle because it tickle.
Sharp shit. Okay, I got you. Tonight.
Welcome back to the Rockstars. I'm here.
What, y'all didn't get enough in the shower?
How did you get me in the shower? He said no.
Go back to
Go back to what?
Wolverine game.
He said no, quick as fuck.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we were founded as a not-for-profit with a mission. A mission dedicated to your financial
5 minutes
well-being.
with me.
Because when you're a member,
Here,
it
give
all
us some
starts
Mason, please.
and ends with you. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are...
You ain't gonna half hour for 5 minutes and then I'm from you.
Yo, what's going on, you guys? This is your boy RBG, bringing you another video on a game that's been relatively silent in terms of updates, and that's Insomniac's newest acquired IP, Marvel's Wolverine. This has officially been a year since we got that bombshell of a reveal trailer last September, and ever since then, we've been dissecting every little detail we can to see what the game will entail. For the most part, we can deduce that at some point the story will take place in Madripoor, a crime-ridden island that's been widely associated with stories from the X-Men series. In the most recent modern media, we've seen it in Marvel Studios' Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and now it'll be a key location in Marvel's Wolverine. Now, before we dive deeply into this topic, I want to ask you guys to give this video a like. I know it's a little daunting to get this question at the beginning of the video, but it really helps out on the algorithm side of things. And if you reached the end of this video and you didn't think it was satisfactory, feel free to take that like back. Just like the video, because it really helps your boy out. Anyways, there have been a lot of clues that hint at what the game could be borrowing from in the comics, but so far, fans have very little insight into how Marvel's Wolverine is going to even play. It could allow players to explore parts of Madripoor in open sections like The Last of Us, which the trailer's tone seems to be alluding to, or it could be fully linear. Unlike our friend in the neighborhood Spider-Man, Wolverine doesn't necessarily have ways of traversing big cities with the whip of a web, so the way in which missions are laid out could be vastly different from Insomniac's other Earth 1048 Marvel titles. Gameplay mechanics like Regeneration and Berserker Rage in Marvel's Wolverine are also possible, but have not yet been confirmed. I know a lot of you guys are just hoping that this will be just as good, if not better, than the X-Men Origins Uncaged Edition, a title that's considered the best Wolverine game, which, if I'm gonna be honest, isn't necessarily saying much, since most video games featuring the bouncing Berserker were cashing in on the hype of the Fox X-Men films. Not to mention, most of them were done by Activision, which was a company that was spitballing games out at a rapid rate, so there were a lot more misses than hits in the Activision sweatshop. But given how well Insomniac has been doing with their Marvel Spider-Man games, I think this will turn out to be yet another great project from them. Even though Marvel has been working with other developers and produced some solid games such as Square's Guardians of the Galaxy, they still haven't been able to garner the same level of hype when they announce another game with Sony and Insomniac. Ever since Marvel Spider-Man's success, Insomniac has managed to build a large congregation that doesn't want any other company to touch a Marvel title but them, which is understandable because the Spider-Man games have laid out an excellent foundation, and fans want to see how the team continues to expand that universe with the other Marvel heroes. If you remember during an interview, Marvel Spider-Man 1 and 2's creative
director Brian Intihar even mentioned that they wanted the first game to be the Iron Man of their video game universe, which was highly alluding to an expanded Marvel game universe. And as we see, we're getting that with Wolverine being their latest venture in their Earth 1048 continuity. Anyways, we're just waiting to see what this game will look like in engine as opposed to a cinematic trailer, and what we can expect with its story and gameplay. Now, I just want to point out that so far, most of Insomniac's attention has been on Marvel Spider-Man 2 and the Spider-Man games in general. The game will be coming out before Marvel's Wolverine, and to keep the franchise buzzing, Sony has been broadening their audience to the PC community with ports of Spider-Man 1 and the recently announced Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. That surprising move has undoubtedly increased more hype around Insomniac Spider-Man, especially with all the custom mods these guys have been putting out. And now that Miles Morales is coming down the pipeline, that hype will continue even more. This is probably why we haven't seen any updates on Spider-Man 2, because Sony is taking their time to deliver a completely polished and improved follow-up to the first two entries. So to supplement the lack of updates, we've been getting these PC ports of the previous installments. Now with all that said, there have been murmurings going around.
Okay, by November.
What do you want to watch on?
I don't care. Watch this.
I was asking Alana because she's the one who said she wanted to watch it once.
So great.
Like what? I'm just talking funny.
Funny, but
Yeah, he's funny.
funny as a bitch, bro.
That nigga's retarded. Bro, I hate this.
What?
We should have been watching.
Turn on the lights in the bathroom, you scared? Yeah. Who you thinking of? Jason. Jason? Dude, you think Jason enough? Freddy Krueger? Michael Myers? Come on, man, this gonna be my last time turning on the lights, man. You getting too goddamn old.
He about to do some dumb shit, bro.
Come on now, I'm not gonna be doing this, bro. At all, bro. You get way too old.
Bro, he's stupid.
Get out quick as fuck.
Fuck, I'm about to do like this.
Hey Jackson, can I put this on your charger for a second? Yeah, take
You
it.
be looking so serious.
Which one's the it's not this one, is it?
No.
The little.
A breakfast croissant plus seasoned potatoes for $3, and they're redshirting you?
It's just a standard work shirt.
Hey, let's stay humble, man.
Thank you, Rich.
Choose wiser. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Let's go. We got 5 kills in the board.
JC, what are you doing? Oh, you got 5 kills?
Yeah.
How many goddamn good grades you got on that report card? When is coming?
Like next month.
It's coming next month, you sure?
Yes, next month.
I got your damn report card right here. F, C, D. What's going on? What is going on with you?
Hold on. F stands for fantastic.
Man, okay.
Hey.
Take this damn court now.
That was funny as fuck, bro.
Alright, y'all, we finna do the water
Guess
flip
what?
dip, whatever you call it. Y'all ready? Hey, y'all gotta keep your eyes closed.
He did that shit on purpose.
Come on, Casey, man.
Why is the video so small?
Cause they're like TikTok shorts.
The first chick missed like all the while.
Damn. Look at that. Hold on, we're about to. Here, Mason. Damn. You just heavy?
What's up, man? You already know what it is. Your boy Funny Mike. Y'all already know what it is. Go cop the merch. Link will be in the description below. Y'all already know what time it is, man. By the title of this video, Hidden Camera Prank on the Kids. Everybody been DMing me. Everybody been getting in touch with me. Everybody been saying, Mike, do the Hidden Camera Prank on the Kids. I said, wait, hold up, what? That might be a good idea, but guess what? This is the Hidden Camera Prank with a twist. I'm gonna actually leave. I'm gonna come back and see what they're doing. Y'all already know what time it is, man. This video is a banger. I got a video in the girls' room. I got a video in the living room. I got a video in the kitchen. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Now it's time to see what kids do when I leave. When I leave, let's see what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm leaving minors at home, no, because some are teenagers and they're old enough to watch each other. So y'all don't hit me with this. Plus, I got adults still here, but they're asleep upstairs. So, man, y'all already know what time it is. Man, give us a big thumbs up, man, because this video gonna be lit. Time to see what the kids do when Funny Mike's not around. Tune in on camera.
Why still make sure they don't do nothing? I'm gonna go run to the store right quick.
How are you gonna go? Let's tell me about the sir. Hey, Dad. Give me some. Hey, you go to the grocery store. Which one I want? Get us some fruit.
Damn, you just say this. They instantly gonna start doing some bullshit as soon as they know he gone.
It's a bumblebee. You get stuck.
That shit's going crazy.
Bruh. What?
Why they put the Mario sound on there? There's like some gremlins up in there. Why that one just throw the Slurpee right at the other kid's hand?
Damn, they just keep breaking everything. And that sound. I'm just trying to see his reaction. Not the TV. But they just gonna act like it ain't no big deal. Okay. What's up? What's up with that Red Bull? Yeah. Let me see. Mason, it's not hitting. You'll have to relight it. Mason, you'll have to relight it. Huh?
Oh, it's like, I'm tired.
How you gonna get the better? Oh. She said you tripping. Not in the house.
I wonder when he gonna walk in on him. They do all this on a social page. In Xbox. Oh, bro. They broke the bottom off. And I got another one. Bro. Oh, damn. Help us with the couch, head ass. Where are they gonna put that big ass, the TV's on the Get that big ass TV off the floor, the fuck? It's a stop. His face is up here. Pick up the TV. He said, hide the TV.
Oops, I dropped some money.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
You got some? Huh? Man, you know you got y'all go.
Where you get us in?
We doing that bad, we got you. Why? Why that water on this floor? I don't know, that was who? We dropped some water right there. Get that water up, man. Alright. Hey, I was gonna tell you to
What y'all was doing?
Nothing. We make videos. We just did this. We just made this mess. Alright.
You see? Y'all wanna make one with me?
Give me some. Yeah.
No.
Please.
Waterfall, you get a waterfall.
Come on now. You're not gonna do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
Let me do it.
Huh?
Let me make this one.
Oh,
Let me
you
do
see?
it.
No.
Come on.
I give you a waterfall.
I know.
I give you a waterfall. You want a waterfall? But you ain't getting nothing. Hey.
I'm getting one.
Say. What? Y'all come here.
Alright.
Hey, bye. I got something to tell y'all.
What you got something?
No.
You finna buy it here?
I hear the camera. Over there, over here, and then the girls' room. Oh, y'all ain't do that, huh? Check that camera, y'all ain't did that. All right. What you mean I ain't got to check? I hear the camera. Uh-oh. Y'all see what time it is, man. If I check this camera, dog, y'all did anything.
Anything.
What you mean?
If you see anything on there, it's all cause of bam.
Alright, I'm not playing with y'all.
Yeah, cause all you
It's gonna be a waste of my time. Oh, man. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all gonna check this camera. Why are you looking like that? Why are you looking like that? So when I go check these cameras, dog, somebody gonna get their head buzzed.
Let me tell you, who gonna get their head buzzed?
What? Who?
Bam.
Bam, what you did?
He did it all.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna go check these cameras, bro. What he did? Oh, I'm gonna see. Alright, gang. Hit that like button and subscribe right now, cause I'm gonna go see what they did on gang. Head ass gang, head ass gang, head ass gang, head ass gang, head ass gang. On that head ass gang. Peanut butter head ass, biscuit head ass, sausage head.
Y'all gonna spill it.
Peanut butter head ass, sausage head ass.
Had it all tilt over and shit.
We about to go to bed, y'all. It's getting late. It's getting late.
Man, it's getting early.
Yeah. It's fun kicking with y'all, though.
I don't even. We about to go to bed. This bitch is all hungry. Deuces. We'll see what they do to piss Kate off tomorrow.